Hi guys, in this video we're going to be looking at a typical exam question, how we complete the square by writing the general form when a quadratic expression is given to us in the general form, and we're going to write it in the form a open bracket x plus b plus c, and thereby we're going to be stating the values of what a is, b, and what c is. All right, now as you by comparison, as you would have noted that this quadratic expression in its general form. And just a quick refresher course, the general form of a quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, we would have learned that earlier. Now here they have given us x squared plus 7x. This is x squared plus 7x plus 12, and we are asked to write it in this form. Okay, this is pretty easy, so let's go right into it. Over here I'll be doing a little workings and this is safe to do your workings, so if you make a mistake or if you went off somewhere, you could always come back here and retrack your steps to make your necessary corrections. Now when writing a quadratic expression in this form that we have here, now what we're going to be doing, we're going to be taking a half of b and we're going to add it to b, and then we're going to be subtracting that from c. So with that said, let's just get right into it. Okay guys, now what I'll be doing, I'm taking a half of b and I'm going to square that. Okay, so basically a half, I need a half times b. What's b? B is 7. Okay, and I'm going to square all of that. Okay, everything is squared, so I'm going to square that, and that must be equal to 7 over 2 all squared. Okay, now good. So in this implies that x squared plus 7x, and then I'll be adding this to be this 7 over 2 all squared. Okay, and then I will be subtracting it from my 12. Okay, minus 7 over 2 all squared. Okay, and if you're still not sure, you could go back to the previous video to look at when we were explaining the concepts by using diagrams. Okay guys, now basically what I'll be doing here, I will be grouping my square terms, these two square terms from x squared and b. Okay, so I will have a x, and this is a positive 7 over 2 plus 7 over 2, and then if you notice these two terms are squared. This is a squared term, that is a squared term. Okay, so we square that, and then now I have my constant. I would have to calculate my constant. Okay, so over here I have a 12, so I'll say 12 minus 7 over 2, and remember that was all squared. Okay, so this implies that this is basically 12 minus, and when I square 7 I will get a 49, so I have 49 over, and when I square 2 I'll get a 4. So we're here subtracting fractions, and we know that when subtracting fractions we can just go ahead to find our LCD. Okay, and my LCD in this case would be 4. 1 into 4 goes 4 times. 4 12s, we have 48. Okay, minus 4 into 4 goes 1 time, and 1 times 49 will give us 49. So here essentially what we have left over is 48 minus 49 will give us a negative 1 over 4. So essentially my constant here works out to be negative 1 over 4, or negative a quarter, and it's that easy. That's our answer. Okay, but however the question is not completed, because this is part 1. What we had done here, we had write this in this form. Now we were asked in the next part, hence, to state the values of a, b, and c. Now if you notice here, the coefficient of x squared in the general form is a. So basically my a would be equal to, so a, to answer part 2, a is equal to 1 because the coefficient of x squared is 1, and my b would be equal to, and b, if you look when it's in this form here, b, this b right here, let me just identify it for you in the red, that b would be this b there. So my b would be 7 over 2, and then c, my c would be equal to, c would be my constant out here, and my constant in this case is negative a quarter. Okay, and that's it. It's that easy, guys. All right, bye bye.